24 per game when he played in the final two. Meanwhile, Steph gonna Steph, and he has been an absolute show this season. He led the NBA in scoring during the regular season, 32 points per game. He also set an NBA record for the most made threes per game. And the Lakers, they have bragging rights, at least in terms of this season series. Regular season, 2-1 went to the Lakers, and they dominated each of the last two meetings. However, the Warriors won the only meeting this year when both AD and LeBron were healthy. Thing is, that was way back in mid-January. Injuries have hit up both teams pretty darn hard this season, but check this out. The Warriors starting lineup of Steph, Draymond, Kent Bazemore, Andrew Wiggins, and Kevon Looney, they at least played 28 games together. The Lakers starting five, LeBron, AD, and Andre Drummond, Dennis Schroeder, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, three games together all season. Our Lakers reporter Dave McMenamin joins us now. What can you share with us about what the Lakers are planning to do for LeBron's workload? I mean, keep in mind, it's just 3 days after he tweaked his ankle in New Orleans.
Yeah, Nicole, and that was in the back-to-back scenario that he tweaked it. Frank Vogel gave the team off Monday. He said LeBron was a full participant in Tuesday's practice. He said he'll be good to go, but he did say he was experiencing some minor soreness in the ankle, which is to be expected after he missed that extended period of time. More of the Lakers' efforts seem to be focused on what to do to stop Steph Curry. Anthony Davis said they got to concentrate more when the ball's out of Curry's hands than when it's in it, because teams can kind of fall asleep. The Lakers held Curry to just 23 points per game in the regular season, 42% shooting. Now, LeBron seemed to be pretty relaxed and easygoing coming into this game. Last night, hanging out with Drake, the recording artist, and Michael B. Jordan. That would suggest that he seems to be A-OK in terms of where his head's at, ready to take on this play-in challenge. And I guess when you talk about the Lakers' repeat title bid, it started in the bubble, and now we're here.
Just living the life. Keep in mind, this whole ankle situation began March the 20th. Since then, LeBron has played in just 4 games. Tonight will be the 5th game. Dave, thank you. Randolph, your turn.
Yeah, I want to welcome in Nick Friedel, who's with us on SportsCenter for the Warriors side of this thing. And Golden State, Nick, 5.5-point dogs in this one. So what are they saying about their approach coming into tonight at Staples?
Randy, they absolutely love being the underdog again. This is a team that has lived under the microscope for the last 5 or 6 seasons, especially with Steph and Draymond. I think they're embracing the challenge, knowing that really not a lot of people think they can win tonight. Not a lot of people think they can get in the first round and either knock off Utah or Phoenix. And they feel like for the first time in a long time, they can be that team that sneaks up on people, which is crazy to think with Steph Curry. But Steve Kerr said yesterday, it's a meaningful season for the organization. Steph's never played better. Draymond's never played better. You've gotten contributions from Jordan Poole and Juan Toscano-Anderson. Here's the key, Randy. Andrew Wiggins has been really, really good. I say that as somebody who watched his career closely in Minnesota. He was always kind of hit or miss what you were going to get night to night. You always knew he could score, but defensively, he has taken his game to a completely different level this year in its consistency. When he gets switched on to LeBron tonight, he'll be ready. And the Warriors really believe that Wiggins can be that X factor to take some pressure off Steph Curry.
Wiggins averaged better than 22 points per in his last 10 games of the season. That's Nick Friedel with the insight on SportsCenter.
It's also Perk's key to the victory tonight for the Warriors. Perhaps it's not a surprise, but Draymond Green has a few thoughts about tonight's game as well. Obviously, he has seen LeBron before, but this Draymond is different than the one who met up with the Cavs like all those years ago. This one has spent time on an island. Now, I want to go to there, but perhaps Draymond doesn't, because this kind of island is lonely. This island for Draymond has no superstar teammates that are injured, at least. And on that island, you do a lot of losing. It changed Draymond. It made him ready for this reunion. For more on that, here's Rachel Nichols.
Lakers, Warriors, how much juice is there in this matchup for you? Because this is for the playoffs.
I'm excited as hell. I think, playing against the Lakers, defending champion, with an opportunity to solidify our spot in the playoffs. The stage doesn't get any bigger in LA. I've been very vocal about the play-in tournament. But this is great. I'm excited about this. This is a great opportunity for us.
You, LeBron, Anthony Davis, you're all pretty tight off the court. So I want to know, has there been any extracurricular text trash talking?
There hasn't been any extracurricular trash talking there. You know, everyone always saying, oh man, why are they friends? That sucks. You know, that's what makes it fun for us. You know, to be able to go out there and destroy your friend, destroy your brother. You know, when you go in there, they're trying to take your head off. When they come in our lane, we're trying to take their heads off, and that's what it boils down to.
Steph Curry off the nice dime by Draymond Green.
They are so in sync, it's almost frightening.
I know that Steph has been the most valuable player on your team for a long time, so that role is nothing new, but I'm not sure there's ever been more weight on him that really just as he goes, the whole team goes.
Like you said, he's definitely the most valuable player on this team, also the most valuable player in this league. You know, with the way he's played, and this same exact team won 15 games a year ago. You know, here we are, 39 and 33. With a chance to be the 7th seed. You know, he's for sure the most valuable player in this league. And, you know, he's had the better year of any one particular player in this league this year. So, MVP for sure.
Are you guys a threat to win the title this year?
Anytime you got Steph Curry on that floor, you give yourself a chance. And, you know, I'm always going to go out there and do what I do. Steph's going to do what he do. You know, as the leaders of this team, we make sure all our guys are ready to go. And you swing. You know, we got a bunch of free swings. Going out there, play loose, see what we can do. But I have no doubt that we can be right there with anybody.
Well, since becoming a starter back in the 2015 season, 2014-2015, Draymond has been one of the best NBA defenders against LeBron. LeBron has an efficient field goal percentage of...
It's about playing in finals against him. It just brings out another level of intensity and excitement.
We got to be prepared for everything that they have. They got championship DNA as well. They know what it takes and what it feels like to be a pressure game. We got to be ready for that opportunity and for that pressure.
Let's go!
It's the story of the night. LeBron, AD, and the Lakers, Steph and the Warriors, two of the more intriguing teams trying to get into the playoffs. But which team would the first take crew like to see make a deep run? The answer just might surprise you. Take a listen.
Well, we all know it's the Warriors. We all know it's the Warriors because the expectation is about the Lakers. Only thing we worried about with the Lakers is whether or not they're healthy. If they're healthy, we expect it. Nobody would expect that from these Golden State Warriors sans Klay Thompson. They don't have Klay Thompson. You got Steph Curry, the league's leading scorer, the ultimate sniper, the greatest shooter God ever created. But LeBron James holding the ball and looking to exploit mismatches is far less intriguing than a brother like Steph Curry pulling up from the parking lot. I'm here to tell y'all right now, I definitely have to say, if Steph Curry went on a tear where he was unstoppable and day in and day out we couldn't figure it out, that would be more intriguing. LeBron and AD, if healthy, we know what to expect from them. Another finals berth.
The Warriors' deep run more intriguing? That's wrong on so many levels. The defending champion LA Lakers, who actually have a chance to defend that title and may have to do it against a big three in Brooklyn, the most awesome assemblage of talent ever. A team that may be the first 8 seed, let's see what happens in this game tonight, to win a championship.
Even though literally speaking, there'll be a 7th or an 8th seed, there isn't anyone on the planet, including yourself, because you've been on a record stating it on numerous occasions, who view the Lakers as a 7th or 8th seed if it were not for health reasons.
The point
later in the day, Lakers Warriors on ESPN. It all starts at 10 a.m. Eastern. Go ahead, drink the coffee now, Randolph. If you don't know how to bet it, that's okay, because he'll be your Doug.
Randy, Nicole, thank you. Welcome into the Las Vegas Strip Daily Wager Studios here. He is Tyler Fulgham. I am Doug Kazarian. What are your thoughts in this Lakers-Warriors game? Just the line has come down a little bit.
Yeah, I still think the Lakers are the right side of this. They have dominated the Warriors when they've played them this season, and most of that has been due to the fact that they defensively have the scheme and personnel to make Steph Curry as inefficient as he possibly can be. Averaged just 23 points per game against them this season while shooting just over 43% from the field and 36% from downtown. Now, those are good numbers for most people, but for Steph Curry, someone who is in the league's MVP discussion, those are numbers that he is not used to putting up, averaging better than 30 points a game. So with those guys, I think dominating that matchup. I like the Lakers to win first half. I like the Lakers to win this game. I like them to do what they did most of the regular season in this matchup.
Yeah, no, I'm fascinated by this because I do like the Lakers. 3 regular season meetings, 2 they won by 20 plus. The other one they were up by 14 in the fourth and actually blew it. Kind of a fluke win by the Warriors, but it's not full strength LeBron. That's interesting, and also the Warriors role players, the curettes, as I call it, the Steph and the curettes. Like the role players have gotten much better, so they've learned how to play alongside Curry, and also have developed a way to kind of create and generate points even without him. So they're better. LeBron and the Lakers aren't as strong, but I still think the Lakers cover this number, namely that number 1 ranking in defensive efficiency and just understanding how to play Curry off the ball mostly. All right, let's bring in NBA champ and NBA analyst here at ESPN, Kendrick Perkins. Perk, what's your bet on this?
Oh, I'm taking the Lakers first half. You know me, I rarely go with the game, but the Lakers defense is something like we've never seen before. They play boxes and elbows. Frank Vogel is a genius when it comes to defensive schemes and rotations, and they have multiple bodies that they could put on Steph. They could frustrate Steph, and LeBron James has saw this movie plenty of times when he was in Cleveland battling against Steph. He know ways to make Steph observe energy, even on the offensive end, when Steph have to guard. So I like the Lakers. I actually love the Lakers first half. I like the Lakers for the game, and I think that the Lakers are going to win in great fashion tomorrow.
All right, sounds good. Sounds like we're all in agreement on this one. Of course, there's always a game within the game, and that is the form of proposition bets. And intriguing storylines on that because Steph Curry just won another scoring title, 32 points per game. His over-under is 36.5. Also 5.5 made threes with the over -150. Remarkable. LeBron 26.5, AD 25.5. But those are high numbers for Curry, given how the Lakers have defended him this year. So it'll be interesting if Andre Drummond will be part of the frontline defense as well. Perk, what's your favorite prop of those?
The one is Steph Curry, 36 points and a half on the number 1 defensive team. I'm taking the under all day. That's a deadbolt lock. He will not get 36 points on this Los Angeles Lakers defense. But what I do love is Anthony Davis getting over 25 and a half points. I'm taking the over on that one. So I'm taking the under on Steph Curry. He will not get 36 and a half points. He might only get 30. This defense for the Lakers is so great that they're not going to allow Steph Curry to beat them.
Yeah, he held him to 23 average over those 3 regular season meetings. What about you?
I agree with Perk on Anthony Davis, on both, as a matter of fact. On Curry and the swing of things with his ankle, you're going to see the offense focused around number 3, Anthony Davis, who is healthier by comparison to LeBron James. Also has a great matchup. Draymond Green's a good defender, but doesn't have the length to bother Anthony Davis. And then Kevon Looney doesn't have the foot speed to bother Anthony Davis. Just a tremendous advantage. I expect him to have 20-plus field goal attempts in this game. And if that's the case and he gets to the line 7, 8, 9, 10 times, he should clear 25.5.
Yeah, I feel the Lakers aren't going to allow Drummond in the pick and roll defense, so they're going to have go small with AD at the 5, and he'll eat against Kevon Looney or who else they have guarding him. Now, I'm going to go to a unique line here. You can bet quarter lines before the game. I like the second quarter under, and it's really about substitution patterns. Unlike any other team, the Warriors have a drop-off from their best player to the second best player, and these are the minutes played for Steph throughout the season. He plays the entire first quarter, almost every game, and then the second quarter, he rests about half the second quarter. So the Warriors just aren't as productive without Steph. Other teams have not as much of a drop between their best and second best players, and coaches stagger minutes, but it's Steph and then who, right? Like Draymond's not really a force offensively in scoring. So I think with 56.5, scoring just drops, and also the Lakers reserves are there for most of the second quarter.
And we mentioned the Lakers' number 1 defense. When they don't have to worry about Steph Curry, they can suffocate the Golden State Warriors going up against the backups that Steve Kerr runs out there.
The game lines, the game side and total are just kind of chopped up evenly, but the players aren't out there an even amount because of Curry rests to start the second quarter. Let's send it back to Randy and Nicole.